Okay, now I'm going to break this solo down for you into 7 separate licks. We're in the key of C. It's a quick change 12-bar blues. We're using the C, F, and G chords. That's the 1, the 4, and the 5. For the tone, I'm using the neck pickup, and the volume on my guitar is set around 8.5 or so. It gives it a pretty fat tone, makes it clean as well, but just a little bit of overdrive with the super reverb. Okay, so lick number 1 sounds like this. Okay, so for lick number 1, what we're doing is starting out here on the 6th fret of the B string. And we're right here in this 4th position, minor pentatonic in the key of C. I like using that position a lot, and it's cool to start off a solo, I think, in the 4th position. It's also a good idea to know how to play lots of different licks in all 5 positions of the minor pentatonic scale. So this is a good lick that you can use, if you want to play in the 4th position minor pentatonic, and this is in the key of C. So I just slid from the 6th fret, which is in the 4th position minor pentatonic, to the 8th fret of the B string, which is in the 5th position minor pentatonic. And that's how that pattern works right here. So you should have all 5 positions memorized and be able to play them in any key. That's a critical step in learning how to improvise, is learning all 5 of the minor pentatonic patterns in any key all over the fretboard and knowing where your root notes are at. In the case of 4th position minor pentatonic, you got your root note here on the G string, 5th fret. Also 3rd fret of the A string. In the 5th position, we have our root on the high E, 8th fret here. That note right here, the 5th fret of the G string, that C note's located in the 4th and the 5th position. 5th position here. And the root, of course, our 8th fret on the low E string. Got to know where those root notes are at. So for this lick, we're just sliding here, applying some vibrato, letting it sustain for 9 counts. This is a 12/8 slow blues, counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. On the 10, 11, 12, we're going to play this phrase here. Just right on those 8th notes here, like I talked about in the slow blues, the beginner slow blues lead course. Now slide 6 to 8 on the B string. And we're going to keep that 3rd finger down right here on the B so we can hear those 2 together. We want to let it ring like that. 6th fret, commonly used blues lick using the 4th and 5th position minor pentatonic scales. Now we're going to slide backwards with the 8th fret with your 3rd finger from the 8th to 6. Pretty simple. And then 4, 6 on the B string. And you just want to get that into your head. Maybe you sing that phrase. Then on the 12 and, we do that little phrase. And we're just bending those notes on the B string slightly. That 6th fret right here on the B, almost bending to that flat 5 interval, which is our blues skill. That's covered in Blues Guitar Method 1, how to learn the blues scale patterns all over the place. And then we're going to bend that 4th fret on the B string slightly, which is our minor 3rd, giving us that almost a major 3rd, but not quite. Talked about that as well in the beginner slow blues lead course. You got your minor sound to major sound, but it's not a direct bend to that major sound. It's a really laid back lick. Sounds great over slow blues. Gotta relax both hands. Now on the 7th count of this bar, sliding into the 8th fret, our root note on the high E string from the 6th fret. And that comes in on the 7th count of that bar. Okay, so that's it for lick 1. Okay, lick 2 sounds like this. Okay, so lick 2, basically the same kind of elements that we used in lick number 1. We're using the 5th position minor pentatonic scale, sliding from 6 to 8 on that B string again. And just keeping that down, our 3rd finger and our 1st finger. I'm playing downstroke on this, and then an upstroke on that high E. Those are happening right on the beat. We're sliding into the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Really easy rhythm on that part, but it sounds really cool. If you notice, that is the same thing as doing this, using the 1st position and the 2nd position minor pentatonic. So you can do the same thing with the 4th and the 5th position as you can with the 1st and the 2nd position. Sounds a little bit different though. It's got a lot brighter sound here because you're using thinner strings, thicker sound up here. So that's another thing to take note of. And then after we do that phrase, we're going to slide backwards to the 6th fret of the B string. And then we're going to play the same type of a phrase again. It comes in on the 6th count. Similar phrase previously, we went like this. And that's kind of a call and response type of a lick. It doesn't have to be directly after that phrase, but previously in the solo, we heard this. In lick 2, we did this. And in my mind, I'm just responding to a previous lick before that phrase. It sounds like it's putting a period at the end of the sentence, defining that lick and ending it. That's very final sounding. The other lick, we didn't end on the root. That's one of the reasons why it sounds like a final statement is because we're ending on that root. That sounds like you're done for a little bit. The previous lick, we ended on the 4th fret and just bent it slightly. It's almost like you're asking a question. Now let's end that phrase. Sounds very final to me. So you can use those 2 licks in your improvising. Very easy. Sounds like you're saying something in my mind. Okay, so that's it for lick 2.